What's up, YouTube? What's up, Xtreme Gainz family? I'm Chuck. This is Xtreme Gainz. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is or ever will be financial advice. Please do not take it as such. Today is Tuesday. I said Tuesday in last night's video. My mistake. Today is Tuesday, August 23rd, 2022, and this is my Amc Gme and SPY Algo exposed daily update and preparation video for tomorrow and beyond. As always, I hope y'all had a great day in the market today, and I hope you were able to take advantage of the volatility and make some extreme gains for yourselves. I'm going to go over all my regulars, my snake algo method for all three tickers, and some macro comparatives. So with all of that said, let's dig in. Real quick, my extreme gains today from my scalp setups on the 7 tickers that I set up every single day provided 13 entries from trigger, the highest ROI today being 60%, and then from 60 down to 20%, and a slew of them, multiples of them, the whole way down to round out the list of 13 today. Super happy and grateful for those. As always, Extreme Gainz Premium and General Discord members in our combined private live stream today absolutely kicked ass. Congrats to all of you. As always, it is well deserved. And to all of you in our extended family out here in YouTube land, I hope y'all were able to do something similar and make some extreme gains for yourselves. Also, real quick, on your screen, I did tweet this out, so you can go check that out on Twitter. Leave some love while you're there. This is my micro intraday snake algo method on both AMC on the left, SPY on the right, both of their 5-minute charts for today with the current intraday micro snakes on them. You can see the projection and the fulfillment from both of them. AMC was almost candle for candle, dead on today. SPY had one invert mirroring here and then another one right at the end of the day when it turned and went downside instead of continuing to fulfill that upside. But all in all, it was good enough, as the tweet says, and a good day from that perspective as well. Moving on to the intra-week snakes and the macro comparatives. On your screen currently is AMC. AMC finished the day today down 8.60%, currently down an additional 0.31% in after hours, trading at 951, down 0.52% in after hours, trading at 951. The current intra-week snake with a level changed perspective, which is how I'm looking at this right now, continued to fulfill itself to the downside today, and you can see moving forward into tomorrow specifically what the projection is from it if price action were to continue to fulfill it. I will be looking at clipping 2 new the day of and the day prior to the completion and or divergence of this current intra-week snake starting tomorrow, and I will review those with you when I have them clipped. Then moving on to the macro comparative for AMC. As I explained in last night's video, I had been using the previous double bottom right next door here to project the downside from this $36 high back down in for the fulfillment of the double here and back up to our last third hit in that box top build out before the breach back downside at around that $28 level. I used it in the straight up and mirrored position to get us there and to project that, and you can see the fulfillment of it. I have taken that same exact macro comparative next door and flipped it like 2 pieces of paper over onto each other in anticipation of some fulfillment potentially like this moving forward, therefore fulfilling this macro double and then making the move back upside to the macro third that I have sitting waiting for it above it. I am going to give this a little bit of a test run. This is an experiment until I get some more data in the form of price action to maybe lean or drive me in one direction or another regarding another macro comparative moving forward. Outside of that, this is what I'm thinking currently. So here it is, and here was the placement of it going into today. You can see the continued fulfillment of it, and obviously what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill this thing. That is everything that I'm looking at with AMC. Up next is GME. GME finished the day today down 2.81%, currently up 0.81% in after hours, trading at 33.80. The current intra-week snake is what is on your screen right now that has been projecting and fulfilling for all of the last 4 weeks. Most recently, literally almost candle for candle, projection and fulfillment. You can see moving forward into tomorrow and beyond what the projection is from it if price action were to continue to fulfill it in this position. Keep in mind, those of you that have followed me for any period of time know that we have looked at things in the mirrored position due to the mirrored fulfillment of them. I explained today in the private live stream that these highs and lows are pivot points for this price action to potentially mirror the projection. So we are sitting at that right now. Obviously, a full-on breach of the ascending level of support and a confirmation of that breach. And I have a level marked at $30.82 as a confirmation breach to the downside would be an indication to me that this movement here would potentially be mirroring itself to the downside if that breach continues without the push back to the upside and the bounce off of the ascending level of support and the continued fulfillment of it in the position that it has been in since it's been clipped and placed with all of that previous fulfillment. Then the macro comparative for GME is from the previous double bottom right next door. Most recently been used, viewed, and projected and fulfilled in the mirrored position, which is what is on your screen now. You can see that we continue to fulfill that projection in the mirrored position, and you can see what it is moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it in the mirrored position. You can see the very similar projection from both of them moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill them. And that is everything I am looking at with GME. Last but not least is SPY. SPY finished the day today down 0.24%, down an additional 0.04% in after hours, trading at 412.20. The current intra-week snakes, I have the day of, which is the green, and it has fulfilled itself in the straight up position for most of its projection. And then we had mirrored. I have discussed this in all the videos. And as soon as it mirrored, we had continued fulfillment, almost candle for candle. So this has been the placement that we've been tracking recently. You can see the continued fulfillment of it moving into today, and you can see moving into tomorrow and beyond what the projection is from it if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Then if it does and it expires fulfilled and or diverted from, I will be clipping 2 potential new, a day of and a day prior to, intra-week snakes for the upcoming potential new intra-week snake moving forward after it's either completed fulfillment or we divert away from it. Then the day prior to the previous one, we started out fulfilling it in the mirrored position, then back to the straight up for a completion of fulfillment. Then I clipped a new day of and day prior to. The day of is the only one that's valid right now because the day prior to showed a sharp bounce and not continued downside, and we received that continued downside and continued fulfillment of this day of divergence. So you can see the continued fulfillment of it today and what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Very, very, very similar to GME with its macro ascending level of support and where price action is currently sitting and what the projection is for that bounce coming up from that macro ascending level of support. The previous day of divergence, I just want to show you where they are very similar in that it's continued fulfillment down into the bottom right on the ascending level of support and then the consolidation and eventual bounce. And this is where I'll be clipping 2 potential new ones if we continue to get that fulfillment to compare to, at a minimum, this current day of divergence intra-week snake as a potential new one. So that is everything that I am looking at with the intra-week snakes for SPY. Last but not least, for SPY, I almost forgot about it and went into my ending and closing. There is the macro comparative from the 08-09 correction and crash. Here's the bird's eye view of it in this placement. It puts us right about here on the ascending level of support. You can see the previous fulfillment of it and where that would currently put us. I talked about this potentially putting in this peak and it already being put in, therefore putting in the the left shoulder facing, and then the head and the neck and the right shoulder facing before the ultimate macro neckline breakdown and continued fulfillment of the macro comparative in this position. If that peak was in, we continued to get that fulfillment today to the downside. You can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it in this position. Now that's everything that I have for AMC, GME, and SPY going into tomorrow and beyond. Quick reminder, I will be live here on the YouTube channel and on the Twitch channel tomorrow morning starting at 9 a.m. Eastern time until market close for all of trading tomorrow. Market down, set a reminder, come by, hang out with us, trade with us, bullshit with us, all that good stuff. I hope to see you all there. Enjoy the rest of your evening. If I don't see you tomorrow during the live stream, I will get an update and prep video out tomorrow night after market close, just like this one. And good luck in the markets tomorrow. Make some extreme gains for yourselves. Have a good night. I will see and or talk to you all tomorrow. Later.